In this episode, we go over my top 10 picks for New Comic Book Day coming out November 24th, 2021. Boom. What is going on, everybody? Happy Thursday, getting through the week here. This is a live edition of my top 10 picks for New Comic Book Day coming out November 24th, 2021. Normally, these videos are premiered every Thursday, 12:30 Eastern. I happen to have the day off today, so I figure why not go live here? And luckily, the reason I had to take off today was because I had an eye doctor appointment earlier. Had to get my eyes dilated, which this morning I just could not see. Luckily, I can see just enough to be able to highlight the comments and go through all the fun details that I'll go into today. So not completely blind. I know I was worried there for a second that I might be, but I think I'm good. So yeah, if you guys are new, take a moment, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new. Appreciate all the support. These videos have been so much fun for me, just going through. And again, this is just a look ahead at the books I'm looking forward to coming out next week. I know we just had a New Comic Book Day yesterday. Hope everybody got all the books that they wanted. But yeah, I mean, every week it's just another great week for comic books, and I always like to look ahead. So this list is just the books that I'm looking forward to, some of the things that I'll be looking into picking up either physically or digitally. Somehow, get my hands on it to read. And yeah, so I'm going to jump into the list here. Before I do, let me say a quick hello to the chat. This is a little different, being that normally I'm, not live, I should say. So let's see. We got my man TM Nerdy in chat. Station Travis, we'll be talking about you here in just a little bit. We got my man Michael, aka Sove Collector, in the house, saying happy Thursday, everybody. Same to you, Michael. Todd Christian, my friend, good to see you. Thanks for stopping in as well. We got TJ, aka Thomas Jackman. He says, let's see this. Yeah, man, I'm with you. Got a good list today. We got my man Copy 801 in the house. Copy, I just got that alcohol that you sent me, so I appreciate that, man, sending that bottle my way. We'll have to talk about that later. Escargo 80, what's going on, brother, from across the sea? Good to see you. Yes, live. This is live, my friend. This is live right now. Mitch Sparrow also hanging out in the chat. What's going on? We got comic and a coffee in the house. Copy says you might like to look ahead, but can you see ahead? Yes, I barely squinting here sometimes. Nigel, what's going on, brother? Station, good to see you as well. Also, before I get into the list here, I have a good friend joining me here since I figured go live. Actually, he reached out to me, so excited to kind of chill and hang out while we go through this list together. So I got my man Patrick, aka Big Lion Cat, in the house. Yo, BLC.
What is up? What is up, people? How's everybody doing today? I just happened to call myself, so
perfect, bro. That's perfect. I'm glad we can link up.
I saw the post come up 30 minutes. I was like, oh, he's going live. I was like, oh. Let's see,
yeah, man.
Let's see if we can get together here. So,
dude, this is perfect, bro. This is perfect. For those of you who don't know, Patrick and I had the opportunity to hang out in Baltimore at the Baltimore Comic-Con. Went out to dinner, had a great time. Right, that was a blast, man.
Awesome time, man. Great place, man. Atmosphere was pumping, man. Oh my god.
Yeah, dude. So that was and a great con too. Great con. I know you snagged some stuff. I was hanging out, talking to every person I could, trying to meet whoever I could. Yeah, Copy was there. He knows what's up. So the actually, before I even get into this list here, BLC, since you're joining me, I wanted to throw your link up. If anybody is not already subbed up to Big Lion Cat, you certainly should, but I'll throw that in the chat there. So what are you off today, or you're just
yeah, I finished last night. I got home about 2 something in the morning, and I'm here for 2 days, and I have to work this weekend. So
gotcha. Oh, you're working this weekend. I was gonna ask you if you're going to Zap Comics this weekend for they have their big sale going on. I don't know if you saw that. But
I'm working this weekend. Yeah.
Damn, man. Well, I'll buy all the books for you then. They have.
Hit me up. Let me know what you see. If I see something, I'll let you know. I'll send you PayPal money.
Oh, for sure, man. I'll take a line of their wall book, whatever's left of their wall books. They have you ever gone to their big like annual sale? Okay, so you know how it goes.
No, I never went to the annual sale, but I've been to the store.
Okay. Oh, you've been to the store, right? Okay.
I've been to the store.
So they do an annual sale, and it is nuts. People literally camp out at like 2 a.m. to get into this thing.
I heard. I think Erod goes to that, and he says you got to get there mad early. Early.
Yep. Oh, that'd be cool if I run into Erod over there. I'm probably gonna try to show up at like 6 or 6:30. I'm trying to get my man Jason Claiming Comics to join me to hang out, just to be outside. Maybe I'll bring a cup of coffee or something, hang out. But yeah, so it's a good time. If anybody is in this area, the New Jersey area in Wayne, definitely swing by Zap this weekend. It's a good deal.
Great store. Store.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And customer service the best. All right, so I'm going to share my screen here because for those again who are kind of used to catching this list as a premiered stream, I always go over to my top 10 books that I'm coming out for next week for New Comic Book Day. So let me bring this up here, and as I go through this list, Patrick, feel free to chime in. I don't know where you stand with some of the new books or what you're reading at the moment. Nice pose there. I like it. Oh my goodness. Oh man. All right. So yeah, let's let me switch this up here just a sec. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to start the list off at number 10 with Captain America and Iron Man. They're doing I guess I think this is like a mini series that they're doing together. Actually, I don't even know if this is multiple issues now that I was just looking before. It's written by Derek Landy, artist Angela Enzueta. I don't know if I'm saying that right. And of course, the stunning Alex Ross cover here, as I think he'll continue to do these. So I have not been reading the current Captain America. I think it just ended. And I don't know if this is what's going to be tying into that or not. But obviously, I love these two. And I just want to give it a shot, for no other reason than that, just that it's Cap and Iron Man. And really, I should go back and read the other Captain America stuff. I don't know if anyone else is here, but just wanted to throw that in there. Are you reading this at all? Or are you? Have you? Are you
the first time I even seen the cover of the book.
Oh, okay. Cool.
This just brings back memories of Tales of Suspense back in the 70s where Cap and Iron Man were together. So Alex Ross it's hitting the home run with the cover right there. I like it.
Yep.
So I don't know about the story, but the first time I've seen the book, so maybe I might pick it up.
Yeah, for sure. And again, I'm not sure if this is a miniseries or if they're going to actually run this for a while. That would actually be pretty cool too, if this is going to be like a regular ongoing series. I saw Jason in the chat. What's going on, Jason? Good to see you, man. Let's see. Oh, I just missed this. Copy said BLC is hosting Jose's Tumblr. Oh, yeah. You were telling me about this when we were in Baltimore. The giveaway. That's later today.
Later on today at 7:00. Yep. And
dude.
I was he's actually 2 subs away from 275. So I might just pick multiple winners, one for the 250 and 275. So if you haven't entered, enter. So I'm probably gonna pick at least maybe I was supposed to pick one winner, but I think I'm gonna go for like 3 people. If we get to 275, I'm gonna pick 3 people out of that list. So
okay, damn. Oops, sorry, there's my dog. I'm gonna pull up. I see it here actually. Just I'm going to your thing real quick. I was trying to pull up the. For some reason, it didn't bring me. All right, I'm gonna drop that link. So that's for your live stream later, at least. But yeah, good call there. Copy. There it is. So good stuff. I actually have so Jose, I met Jose at Terrificon, and he's just an awesome guy. And I actually got a package from him upstairs. Actually, I need to do. I thought about maybe doing like an unboxing video or something like that down the road. It's something I won from Ross that he was doing. So anyways, yeah, good stuff there. All right. So Captain America, Iron Man. I'm kind of in the dark in terms of what this is all about, but definitely want to give it a shot here. And I'm curious with the artwork too. So that's going to be my number 10 pick on the list. Captain America and Iron Man issue number 1. Let's see, going into number 9 here. I actually threw up House of Slaughter issue number 2. James Tynion, obviously a very popular series here, even though it's just started. But tying into Something is Killing the Children. I wanted to keep this on the list. I did read issue 1. I actually had a chance to talk to my good friend Verno over at the Cerebros not too long ago when the first issue came out. And overall, I enjoyed this. I will say I'm not all the way caught up on Something is Killing the Children. So I don't know. I know that this technically is taking place kind of beforehand, or kind of blends the before and after. And so I don't really know too much about this character yet, but I was curious enough by the first issue that it's something that I want to continue on. Patrick, have you been diving into any of this stuff, or are you something that killing the children fan?
Doesn't really catch my eye. I'm not really into that title. I hear everybody else, but for me, this is like a pass.
Gotcha. No, that's fair. That's definitely fair. I mean, for some, I know that the idea of this was even like, is this just a cash grab type of thing? They're just trying to milk everything they can out of this series or not. Like I said, I think the first issue was fine. It was a little slow, but I'm always willing to give something a chance as long as it's not, completely terrible. The artwork was good, and it's Tynion. So I'm a big fan of James Tynion. I love everything else he's doing. So why not give this a try? So that's going to be my number 9 pick on the week. I see copy is 0 for 2 as normal.
Well, I might pick up the first one, number 10, but House of Florida is a pass for me. So
that's a pass. That's fair. TM says your dog always has an opinion on the books. Yeah, no, definitely got to get the dogs in there every once in a while. We got Ruben Guzman in the house. White Tiger, good to see you. Station. Thanks for stopping in. All right, let's see. Moving on to number 8 here. The Death of Doctor Strange. This is Jed MacKay, Lee Garbett. It's been great so far, and I am not really a Doctor Strange. I don't want to say I'm not a fan, but I've never really taken the time to read Doctor Strange, even like the earlier stuff. The classic Marvel stuff. I've never really. Obviously, the movies are like the main thing that I have the grip on of understanding who he is and what he does. But I just gave the first issue a shot not too long ago because John from John's Comics with Kids was talking about it. He enjoyed it, so he gave it a good review. So I checked it out. I happen to really like the first issue. I had me hooked. So this is issue number 3 now. So I'm just going with the flow here. And I actually reached out to Lee Garbett. He said that, there's going to be some exciting stuff coming down the road. I know, most of the time the creator is going to hype their own stuff, but, I'm willing to ride with it and give it a shot. So Doctor Strange here, the Death of Doctor Strange, I should say. It's been good so far. If any of you are reading it, or if you're considering reading it, I do recommend checking it out. I see copy here is 0 for 3. Patrick, what's your say on this title?
I didn't even know this title was out. There's another book I did not see. I've been like so involved with so many other books that I'm trying to collect and fill-ins, and this one. But it sounds interesting. Doctor Strange is a great character. I haven't read the 1970s either, but anything with a sorcery and magic now, especially you've seen it on big screen, it's opened up an eye, and it really looks interesting. Might look into it, man. I might eventually one day maybe hit those Doctor Strange book back in the 70s.
For sure, yeah. And like I said, I mean, this is a book that surprisingly, I mean, especially with the title being what it is, this is a book that I think anybody could just jump into. So if you were curious about it, or if you were just looking for something to kind of dip your toe into and get a feel for what this is about, it's actually, I think, a pretty good way to kind of jump into something, especially if you're not as familiar with the character. But yeah, so that's going to be my number 8 pick. Hey, we got a Fantastic Girl in the house. What's going on? Good to see you. And I also saw we had Nemesis Prime, my man Justin, in the chat. What's going on, brother? Justin, I'm curious if you are coming up to Zap Comics this weekend. If so, hit me up, man. Maybe we can meet up again. But thanks for stopping in. So let's see. Keep this going with my number 7 pick, which is The Last Book You'll Ever Read. This is Colin Bunn. Layla Lee's doing the artwork, which I've just fallen in love with. This is a Vault Comics issue here. This is issue number 4. So I think that there's 5 issues altogether of this particular series. And again, just another, this is a horror type of genre of a comic that I've just really been into. Really anything Colin Bunn has done, I've just really appreciated, especially, going down that horror route. So and Layla Lee's, I know she's working on something else right now. I can't remember the other titles she's on. I mean, I know she's on multiple things, but yeah, she's fantastic as well. Really beautiful panels, and I like where this is going. Have you read this, Pat?
Nope. Indies is not my thing. I'm more of a DC Marvel guy, But
Gotcha.
everything that I see in it's like everything's like horror, Ice Cream Man, Lesbian. I mean, everything's like horror, but I'm like, I'm not really into too much of that stuff, man.
I totally get it.
Yeah, that that's I know some people are like really into it, but for me, no.
Yeah,
Not guilty.
it's funny because I was never really into the horror movies like growing up, and so to me, the idea of like a horror genre was just not something I thought I'd gravitate to. But slowly, as I started to read a lot of these horror indie books, I've quickly fallen in love with the genre as a whole. So I'm not sure, what part of it exactly that's pulling me in, but I kind of just like that the dark / beautiful vibes that you can get from some of these titles.
Yeah.
I think
I
that's the
like the
big thing.
horror, but I'm more like I can deal with like vampires and werewolves because I'm a big, humongous Deceased fan. And now that's all about
Oh,
zombies and stuff like that.
yeah,
That stuff. That horror stuff is okay. I like. But
gotcha. Yeah,
some other. It's like I don't know. It's like maybe two different types
yeah,
of type horrors. So
totally.
you know.
I get that. I get that for sure. Yeah, this title here is very interesting because, as the title says, last book you'll ever read. Essentially, it is about an author that had put out a book that talks about all types of like deep theories and even just like certain logic about civilization as a whole, how humans like how we act, how we behave, how things can repeat from history, and all this different stuff. It actually doesn't go too much into the detail of what the book's about, but whatever the book really is about, it is apparently affecting people to where once you read this, I mean, people are dying essentially after you read. Either you're dying or it's making you kill others or act out in a behavior that is not what you would think is a normal behavior to react as. So and for her, this girl here, and I can't remember her name, the main character, but she wants to go on a book tour, even though she knows like what's kind of happening right now. And so some of her fans love her, and the other half want to kill her. So it's a really interesting kind of story. And one of the main characters as part of it is her bodyguard that she hires. And she needs this bodyguard to stand by her side at all times, obviously protect her. She was already attacked in the first issue by someone at a signing. And so this bodyguard, the only thing is, the catch is he's not allowed to read the book. And she like had that, as part of the deal. Like, you can be my bodyguard, but you can't read this book. And so he's like, yeah, all right, sure. Like, so I like the idea of it. The concept's really interesting. It's not your typical, I guess, like Jason or Freddy, type of horror book when you say horror, but definitely some dark vibes there. I see a couple people in the chat too. I wanted to say a quick hello to. I saw Herminio in the chat. What's going on, Big Herm Station, brother? Good to see you as always. We got PJ King hanging out with us as well. Todd Christian said, I'm going to pick up Death of Dr. Strange in trade, but the writer Jed MacKay is doing an excellent job on Moon Knight. Yeah, agreed, Todd. I am a big fan of Jed MacKay ever since he did Magic the Gathering. He's been doing for Boom Studios. I think he's been a fantastic writer. I know he's done stuff before that, but from what I'm familiar with him as, Jed MacKay has not let me down yet. So that was another reason why I wanted to give that title a shot before. So I forgot that he's doing Moon Knight. I did read the first Moon Knight issue, and I just haven't kept up with it yet. That was something I thought about maybe keeping up in trade on, but either way, appreciate that comment, Todd. And let's see. Also, I saw, who else did I see in here? Let me scroll down. Fantastic Girl says, I've been picking up some of the older Doctor Strange comics every so often, still learning about him. Yeah, same here. Definitely. I know there's a whole universe of knowledge about that guy for sure. But that's probably a really good way to go about it. PJ King also chiming in saying Marvel is releasing Doctor Strange Omnibus Volume 1, 2, and 3 next year. The Volume 3 Omni has the excellent David Quinn run. Man, oh man.
Nice.
I'm trying to be good and not get into the rabbit hole of Omnibus, man. It's I just saw, I mean, I only own my X-Men ones, the one that me and John break down every Tuesday. But I just saw him post some other New Mutants and other things he just picked up. And I'm like, damn, now I want those. And now PJ here is twisting my arm about Doctor Strange. This is not good, man.
I can't go down that rabbit hole. I got too many rabbit holes.
right. It's a dangerous one.
Yeah.
Do you own any omnibus, Pat?
No, no, no,
No, okay.
no, no.
Smart
Because if I
man,
start, that's the end of it. That just opens
right.
the door. Flood opens up, and then I just can't stop. No.
Yep. Yep, you are not alone, man. I've already started to open that floodgate. It's not good. Let's see. I totally agree with Travis's comment here. He says, Harley Quinn, hammer that like button. Yes, please take a moment, smash the like button if you haven't already. We got Comic Ozzy in the house. What's going on? He says, jumping in to say hello. Well, hello, Comic Ozzy. All right, so that's my number 7 pick of the week. The last book you'll ever read. Let's keep this list going here. So I got to throw X-Men in the list here, especially now that I'm finally all caught up, at least for the most part, with the majority of the titles. And I am really enjoying what Jerry Duggan is doing here. I know that there's they're still staying in the world of what Hickman has created, and obviously Hickman is still involved for some of this stuff right now, and as he's wrapping up his Inferno storyline, which has been fantastic, by the way. So this is X-Men issue number 5, Jerry Duggan doing the writing here. What I like about these issues so far for the X-Men series is that they are standalone issues, more or less, at least like the last 2 or 3 have been. So it just kind of brings me back to like the Claremont days, or any classic comic book, really, from the 60s or 70s, where they kind of start a story and end a story all in one. A lot of the newer stuff nowadays really continues on and is built out like trade wise, like it's meant to be read in a trade. But some of these X-Men books are definitely nice little one-offs, which is cool. So last issue was kind of the Halloween special that they had there. It was a really cool Cyclops cover where he was on a horse, but his head was off, like the Headless Horseman type thing. So for Halloween, and it was just like kind of a spooky issue that was kind of just, like I said, a standalone. So not sure where the team is going to be going off to here, but there is a new team together, which is cool. Patrick, are you an X-Men fan, and have you been dabbling in any of the Hickman stuff?
I'm a big, humongous X-Men fan, and it's so many X-Men books, so many X-Men, they keep starting over and over again, and I'm like old school. I like to complete my runs, so it's
Sure.
It's getting way out of hands, it's out of control. I would definitely try to pick this up if I can. You can't never go wrong with X-Men titles at all.
Yeah.
They always somehow later on, they always come back. There's something going on in the book, or some appearance or something that happened, and then you're like, oh, I wish I would have had it when it first came out. So, keep an eye on X-Men books,
For sure. Have you read any of the Hickman stuff, like the House of X, Powers of 10? Have you dabbled in that at all?
I haven't read it, but I did pick some up, and I have some of them like right here.
Oh man! Oh, you haven't read them yet?
No.
Oh man, brother, dude.
These up. I was at work, and I stopped at Royals Collectibles in New York.
Oh, nice. I like them.
It was a dollar sale. They were doing an outdoor dollar sale, so I picked all these books up for $1.
Oh damn, that's a great deal, man. Royal is great, man.
If you buy 30 books, dollar books, he charges you 20. So you got 10 for free. So you got 20 books for $1 a piece, and then 10 for free. So if you found 30 books, so I found 30 books, so I paid only 20. So
that's a steal, bro.
Yeah, I wish I would have got there early, because you could tell that a lot of people must have ran through those long boxes.
Started picking, yeah.
It was already in the afternoon, so I found these also. So friendly X-Men, friendly Spider-Man books.
Oh yeah, nice. I remember that run. Yeah,
all these were dollars and everything.
That's a great deal, man.
This run right here, History of Marvel Universe. This I really want to read. I think it's interesting, especially with the covers with Galactus on it.
Oh yeah.
So
that's like an encyclopedia, right? Of
knowledge.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this classic, beautiful Galactus covers, man. These were all $1 a piece, man.
That's great, man. That is awesome. I remember, I think it was like Eric Azor's Tiger who was talking about those series, kind of the overall universe and breaking that stuff down. But that's a great deal, man. For $1 each, can't go wrong.
And if you buy 30 books, you only charge you 20. You got 10 free.
Yeah, and those are, I mean, look, you got the Hickman stuff right there. So to me, that in itself is worth the entire amount of money you spent. So dude, if you haven't read that yet, Patrick, definitely take some time and really put time aside and just dive in. I would try to read it
That's
all the
my
way
thing
through.
right now. I have like no time at all.
Oh
That's
yeah,
why I'm buying this stuff up, because eventually when
right.
I retire and the kids, the grandkids are old enough, and I don't have to babysit no more.
Yep. Then you'll
I'll
have plenty of
be sitting,
time.
yeah, I will be reading, sitting here, organizing, reading, having a great time,
That's cool.
catching up on a lot of stuff.
Nice. Setting yourself up. I like it. Yeah, man. What Hickman has done, and I won't get into details, but he's definitely flipped the world upside down, and it's in the best way possible. I think it's just been incredible. It's nothing like anything you've ever read X-Men wise. Completely out of left field type stuff. I see PJ King here. He said, I love Duggan's X-Men run so far. I agree with Justin. It expands on Hickman's run, but also back to basics with the X-Men back in New York. Yeah. It is a great way that they're kind of tying it, from living on the island of Krakoa and things like that, but still kind of keeping everything relevant with what we've learned in these past, major series that have recently been written by Hickman. So good stuff there, PJ. Also, I see my man John here says hashtag still backstage, hashtag eye doctor excuses. Yeah, man. I swear I was blind. Things are still a little blurry, but it's getting better. Hashtag still backstage. So Patrick, I know you weren't able to join me last Monday. I don't know if you caught any of the replay, or if you've heard, but we're trying to get people on. I had a line essentially of people trying to get on for my 1K celebration, and the ongoing joke was everybody else was literally still backstage because I couldn't fit everybody on at once. So it was like an hour long.
I couldn't join. I believe I was at work watching the show, so I couldn't jump on either. Say congrats and everything, but congrats.
Thank you, man. Thank you, bro. Yeah, no, you didn't have to wait in the super long line at least, so that's good.
Line, I know.
BX Boxer was like he called it he waited in line at the club No Good Comics is what he said. So he felt like he was at a club. I was cracking up. Hey, we got my man Mercy Collectibles in the house all the way from Sweden. What's going on, Andres? Yeah, man. He just got some CGC stuff in. I'm really curious and excited to see what he gets. I know he'll share it later on over on Instagram, but looking forward to that. Yeah, John says hashtag club no good, hashtag not worth it. Thanks, John. Appreciate you.
I met John Comic Kick first time at Baltimore.
Oh yeah,
first time I went.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh, snap. Very cool. Dude, man, he is like a brother to me, and yet I haven't been able to meet him in person. But hey, that's what's cool about YouTube, man. Just being able to still connect with people, and even if you never met him before. Yeah, see, Jason says, give me back Laraz on X-Men. Yeah, maybe one day. I don't know if that's like forever or what the deal is with that, but I don't know if Laraz is going to come back anytime soon with X-Men. Jason saying that place sucks. Garbage services. Thanks, guys. Appreciate you. Let's see. He says Mercy says the show was still going strong. 5 a.m. when I woke up. Yeah, man. We were like a 4-hour stream. It was nuts. There you go, Patrick. BLC Baltimore. Yeah, good stuff. All right, let's keep this list going here. And again, if you guys haven't already, smash that like button. Do appreciate that. Actually, so usually where I split it up here. So my comic book community shout out of the week is going to go to Travis, who also happens to be my guest of the week this week on Comic Collector Origins. So 2:00 Eastern, I'll be interviewing my good friend TM Nerdy. Station to you, Travis. I knew you were just in the chat here. Yeah, man, I'm really looking forward to this. I know he and I had lined this up for a while, and gonna just hang out Saturday. You guys know, if you don't know what Comic Collector Origins is, you certainly should swing by and check it out because it's a good time. And I get to interview my friends and just ask them how they got into comics. So that's gonna be 2:00 Eastern time. Let's see. And I put Travis's information in the description below. If you guys aren't following Travis, please take some time and do so as well. Let's get back.
We did it.
Sorry, go ahead.
We did a show together, right?
I have not gotten you on Origins yet officially. You and I hung out during the NY Warriors coffee and comics that a while back when they had me, when you guys had me on. But yeah, no, we got to line something up, Pat. Me and you got to line something up, man. Right now it's looking like maybe early February. Maybe I'll get you on the calendar.
Hashtag back of the line.
Backstage, man. I'm telling you. Hashtag still backstage. Exactly. Oh my goodness. Cobby says, "Gotta run. Good to see you, brother. Let me know the rest of this list. How many you got? Because I know you're 0 for 5 right now.
Later, copy.
Probably 0 for 6. There he is. There's TM says still hashtag still in the chat. Thanks, Trav. I'm looking forward to Saturday, man. All right. So my number 5 pick obviously is up on the screen here. Harley Quinn issue number 8 right now, or sorry, is that 8? I'm sorry, 9. I just read 8. So Stephanie Phillips, I think she is just doing a fantastic job with Harley Quinn with this series. I have out of nowhere in the past like year become a really big Harley Quinn fan, and I think this series definitely has part to do with that. I'll also tie in the some of the new movies that have come out recently. I've also really enjoyed. And it's Harley Quinn. She's always kind of been tied into some of the stuff I love, just because she's tied into Joker and Batman, and growing up always was a fan of those characters. So so this has been fantastic. Patrick, have you been dabbling in any Harley Quinn at all, any DC?
No, not this one, but again, in my DC's run, of course, I have a nice Harley Quinn cover done by Greg Horn, and I actually got it signed by him, and it's at CGC waiting for it to come back. Got the book signed at MegaCon down in Florida, so can't wait. Great cover. Wait, stay tuned to see how that comes out, man.
Yeah, man, that's dope. Greg Horn is awesome. He is awesome.
Very nice guy. Talk to him.
Oh, nice. Oh, you got to. That's right. That's cool. Very cool. This series right here, Stephanie Phillips, the writer, just doing a really great job here. So normally, I mean, this is usually even up higher on my list. It's reached number 5 because it's still technically a Fear State tie-in. And I know there's a lot of mixed feelings about Fear State right now. The event that Tynan had just it's technically wrapped up now from the Batman issue that just came out. But I think some of these issues that are still kind of lingering are kind of the aftermath or whatnot. But I think that after this issue, I think issue 10 is going to kind of pick up wherever Stephanie Phillips kind of left off on her own. So we will see. Either way, I don't mind the Fear State stuff. From what I've read, I've enjoyed it so far. I do need to catch up though on some of that stuff. Hey, we got Peter Thornton in the house. He says, "Humans, station to you too, my friend. Thanks for stopping in." So Stephanie Phillips, shout out to you. I saw she just did a signing over at what's that store? Golden Apple over in California. She was just out there. Okay. So maybe I'll have to hit up my friend Steve. I know he goes Hip Hops and Me. I know he hits that store up. It'd be cool to get a signed copy of the next issue. She just came out with Wonder Woman, I think, this past week. A new Wonder Woman series called Evolution, which I might have to check out just because it's her. All right, let's move on here. Going to number 4. Pat, dude, maybe this is a book for you, my friend, since you were just talking about some Deceased. I don't know if you've dabbled with this yet, but DC versus Vampires issue number 2 is coming out next week. Did you read this at all? Did you read issue 1?
Didn't even know this title was out.
Oh man, I think this is down your alley if from what you're saying.
It looks interesting. I love Batman, also a big Batman fan, and Vampires and Batman. Yeah, let's see Batman kick some butt.
Yeah, dude. And I'll tell you, like, last issue there were so many twists and turns in last issue. It actually didn't have, I think Batman had like a small scene in it, but I mean, they're definitely pulling and using all the different characters. Green Lantern had a major part from last issue, and a few others, but definitely, yeah, for me. So I never got to read Deceased, and that's something, shame on me. I know I jumped onto the Tom Taylor kind of bandwagon late here. But since I've gotten on to reading his content like Nightwing, I've just been obsessed with Tom Taylor. So I do want to go back and read Deceased. Like what you had mentioned, I've heard nothing but great things from that series. So that's why I wanted to give this a shot. And surprising, I mean, I was surprised, but I really enjoyed this one as well. So that was why I wanted to dive in. And of course, this is also written by Tom Taylor. So that was why I wanted to give it a shot.
It looks like this is going to be a mini series. I believe it says 2 out of 12.
12, yeah, yep.
Yeah, so definitely got to catch it before it ends.
Yeah, I figure, if this is anything like Deceased. Now, Deceased was technically 12 issues, but wasn't there like a bunch of side stories or something? Or
Deceased was only 6 issues.
Only 6. Okay.
1 through 6, but it's over 100 books if you want every cover. All right.
Oh, wow.
That's the reason why I'm trying to collect the whole thing. I'm 1 book away, and with all the type of artists that were in that run, is, to me, that's my goal, to get that whole run first of all and get it signed. I'm gonna try to get signed by every single artist that was on, because you got some major people that were in that run.
Yeah.
All right. You got Capullo, Shannon Mans in there, Delato's in there, and Hook Lee was in there. I mean, Ben Oliver. There's so many freaking names in there. The great artists, man. It's like I said, it's only a 6-book series and it's over 100 books.
Sure.
So,
damn, that is a strong list there that you're naming.
Milestone.
Yeah. That's cool. I do. Like I said, I'm gonna go back. I do want to read that at some point. But this I figure was kind of a way to give me a taste of just some of that same kind of style. A few things in the chat here. I saw James Phelps hanging out here. What's going on, James? Oh, what do you got there? Oh, there you go.
This is for sale too.
Crane.
Yep.
Very nice. 9.8. Yeah, I love his signature, man. He's got a great signature.
He has one of the best signatures. Such a nice guy, Brian. He'll give you the time of the world.
Oh, that's the best.
Oh my God, it's a pleasure to me. I met him a couple of times already. It's
nice. Very cool. Hey, by the way, speaking of earlier, we were talking about Jose. He's in the chat right now. Spidey's found a Tumblr. Good to see you, brother. We were just talking about the giveaway here that Patrick's doing, and in support to the 250. Congrats again, Jose. And by the way, Jose, I also got your package in the mail just yesterday, so I gotta open that up in just a little bit. But always a pleasure to see you, my friend. Thanks for stopping in. Mercy said Deceased was good. He enjoyed that. Todd said, I read DC vs. Vampires 1, but I was disappointed by it. I was hoping for more of a horror take. I didn't like the whole Wonder Twins thing. Not sure if I'll read issue 2. Awesome artwork, though. Yeah, artwork was fantastic. And Todd, I could definitely understand kind of what you're saying here. Like for me, going into this, I really wasn't sure what I was going to get into at all. But you're right. I mean, it depends on what kind of like horror vibes you're looking for. As Patrick and I were just kind of breaking down earlier, like this is like vampires, so it just kind of leans a little bit more in that direction. And sure, like there are definitely some darker and heavier vampires type stories, and then there's ones that are, I think, a little bit lighter. I think this one is kind of in the middle and is a little bit more of just a mystery, just trying to figure out what's going on, what's going to happen. The world, of course, being in danger, and the heroes got to do their thing. But this is a tricky issue because it's kind of like you don't know who's themselves and who's kind of changed. We'll say
you got to give it a little more time, because remember, it's only a 12-book series. It's only 12 issues, so they're slowly processing into it. Give it a couple more more issues before the story might pick up, might change. Remember, they're trying to cram everything within 12 issues. It's not like gonna be spread out through 100 or 50. So I would say give it a couple of more books.
That's fair.
It might change.
Yep. No, you're right. That's fair. And like I said, I mean, I'm definitely going to read number 2. So Todd, reach out, man. I'll let you know how it is. And maybe I can sway you to keep diving in, or, hey, at least maybe for some, maybe this is more of a trade read, till it kind of closes out and pick that up. I know I've done that for several issues in the past as well. So I totally understand if that's the approach you want to take as well. We got Manny in the house as well. Tomorrow's Cinema Station, brother. He says, about to have my hands full of wires, but I wanted to stop and let you know I'm listening and show some love to one of the best damn channels on YouTube. Damn, my friend, thank you so much for the kind words.
The person who deals with electricity, I hope those wires are dead before you touch them.
Yeah. Yeah, be safe, man. Be safe. And appreciate you hanging out and listening in. We also got 62 Lefty Blues in the house. What's going on, Station, my friend? And we got my good friend Jay Rails hanging out with us. Jay Rails, I think this is the first time I'm able to catch you while I'm live here, so appreciate you swinging by. Jay Rails been doing some really cool stuff on her YouTube channel and also over on Instagram with my best friend Sheena over there, she the geek. So love that you guys are breaking down some new books and stuff like that. Always fun to watch those. All right, so that's going to be my number 4 pick. We're getting through this list here, Pat. Let's see. We're going to get down to my number 3. And I'm going to go with so Pat, if you haven't noticed already, I'm definitely a big indie guy.
Another horror thing.
And a horror. Yeah.
What the hell? Unbelievable.
Yeah,
I should have guessed.
Yeah. Nita Hawes' Nightmare Blog, issue number 2, is just about to come out. And I was a little behind. I just read issue number 1, and It is fantastic. It is. And talking about vampires, it's funny because it does tie into vampires, very similar to what we were just saying for the
Oh, yeah.
previous one. So
Can't go
yeah,
wrong with vampires.
no, and absolutely not. And this is a tie-in to Philadelphia. So if you guys have been reading Philadelphia or if you've read it before, this is Rodney Barnes who also wrote Philadelphia, which has been fantastic. This is what kind of a break off. It ties in to some degree, but it really is Nita Hawes' like own story. And also the artist here, Jason Shaw and Alexander. I see Well B is also listed on here as well on the front cover. The artwork's fantastic. If not for anything else, I would say that this series is worth it just for the artwork alone. One of the cool things too, this takes place in Baltimore, which I really appreciate because I, being a Baltimore Ravens fan and have a lot of family down in Baltimore, I thought that was. Yeah, I thought that was cool. I thought that was cool, and I'm hoping that they tie in, with some of the streets down there and things like that. But some of the humor that they have definitely recognizes kind of, kind of the dangers that Baltimore is known for, unfortunately. But I think that's what makes this book so real. So, yeah, definitely really beautiful artwork. Pat, next time you're in a LCS, just pick this book up, just flip through it, or even just the first issue, and just flip through it, and you take a look. Let me know what you think. I mean, the artwork alone, it is really beautiful. Again, it is, yes, it's under the dark category, but it's like dark and beautiful. So, I think it's definitely not your average in that sense, and stands out in a really great and positive way. So, yeah, Jason says, if you ain't reading Philadelphia or Nightmare Blog, you are heavily asleep. Patrick, my man, we're trying to wake up Patrick, Jason. That's what we're doing here. Hey, but this is what this show is all about, man, is I'm always trying to just introduce new things to people that I think, that's cool.
Like I said, I take a quick look at it. Yeah.
I never want to steer anybody wrong, and none of this stuff is based on any, it's not based on like spec or anything. This is just genuinely like, hey, this is a cool read. This is some cool artwork, and check it out. That's kind of my vibe on it. So yeah, next time you're in the store there, Pat, just swing by and check out Nita Hawes' Nightmare blog.
I might do that today.
Yeah, do it up, man.
LCS and swing by and see if they have it. I'll pick it up.
Yeah, hell yeah. The covers are dope too. Like you're saying that the DC cover or the DC deceased covers, if you like a lot of those, I feel like Nightmare kind of, can be right down that realm as well. Hey, we got my man Albert in the house. What's going on? Albert loves comics. Yeah, man. Just met up with him at Zap last weekend, actually.
All right. So yeah, I guess he's from Jersey area.
He lived in New York. He lived in the city actually, and he just moved literally like down the street from my LCS. So down the street from Zap. Okay. So we are kind of neighbor-ish like nowadays. So it's really cool to meet up. Hopefully, Albert, you're going to the big sale this weekend. Maybe I'll see you over there. But Albert also he went to his first Comic-Con recently, and that was Terrificon. So I got to meet up with him over there too. So yeah, he's we're breaking him in, Pat. We're breaking him in.
I haven't been to Terrificon yet. But I'm hopefully, if it lands on a day when I'm off, I would love to go.
It is so close to you, man. It's so close to you. Put it on your calendar for next year. It's
if I'm off, I try to go wherever I can.
Totally.
I go to MegaCon first time this year, so.
Oh, nice. I want to go to that one day. Hey, we got old brother comics in the house. Station, my friend. Good to see you. He says sorry to be late, sneaking in at work.
Everybody's sneaking late.
Yep. Yeah, I noticed that. By the way, oh brother, was that you that was on the part of the class last night for Scott Snyder, Oscar? And if I'm wrong, I completely apologize, but I swear, unless I'm mixing names up, I thought I saw oh brother in the chat so I joined. So Pat, I don't know if you know this, but Scott Snyder had started his own Substack, which is like his own newsletter that comes out, and one of the projects that he has put on there is he runs a writing class for not just comic. It is focused on comic book writing. However, it's not just for that. It could be for movie scripts or books or anything like that. So it's it's Substack, which is you subscribe. It's $7 a month, and so I'm part of this class, and I'm pretty sure oh brother was the one that was there. But correct me if I'm wrong, because but I do see some people from the comic book community that are part of that class, which is really cool. So yeah, really good stuff there. Scott Snyder had just had Chip Zdarsky on last night for part of the class, and we were learning about characterization which was fantastic. So,
Okay.
and I should clarify, I'm not a writer, and nor do I plan to be, at least not anytime soon that I know of. But I'm just part of it just because I wanted to check it out, and it's a lot of fun so far. So really cool experience. And we also got my man Gore Vidal in the house. What's going on, Gore? He and I've been going back and forth in the comments.
Long time, Gore. What's up?
Yeah, man. This guy, he's got his knowledge, man. He knows his books. Appreciate you stopping in. Let's see. That was all right. See, I got you mixed up. Oh, brother, my bad, man. Maybe it's O Comics that I'm thinking of with an X. Either way, good to see you, oh brother. Thanks for stopping in as always. All right, let's keep going on this list here. We got 2 left before I wrap it up. Thank you all again for hanging out. Let's see, my number 2 pick of the week. We're bringing DC back here, going with Robin issue number 8, and I just read issue number 7 last night. Really? And man, I tell you, this easily could be number 1 for me. This is a fantastic series. Yeah, it has just been a home run after home run. It's Joshua Williamson is on the writing for this. I can't see the name. Melnovec is the am I saying that right?
Yeah, I can't.
Gleb. Yeah, his name's Gleb. Gleb is doing the one that's doing the artwork for this, which I've just been in love with as well. And Williamson, who also is taking over the Batman run now, starting next issue. He's been on this, and it's just been awesome. Robin is part of this tournament, and it kind of I always bring this up, but it kind of reminds me of the Cell games, like the Cell Saga games from Dragon Ball Z. Where he's part of this like tournament where people are fighting to the death, and he's now like gone deep into the tournament now, and things are really starting to heat up. I mean, the action sequences over the past 2 or 3 issues have been really great, and it's really building up to something. So Damian Wayne, I've been new to him. Again, I haven't read as much DC and Batman as I wish I have in the past, but this series has really made me appreciate Damian Wayne, and I just really enjoy his character overall. So I want to continue and check that out. But yeah, so this is why this is my number 2 pick. If you guys are not reading Robin, I mean, it's on issue 8 now, but you could still, it's not too late to catch up. I'm sure the first trade, if it's not out already, is about to drop for the first 5 or 6 issues, and then you could go right into this stuff here. So yeah, Damian Wayne, Robin, issue number 8 coming out. That's going to be my number 2 pick of the week. I see Albert saying Damian is a fantastic character. Yeah, I mean, I don't know much about him, but I'm definitely enjoying the more I read about him. So
I have to look into this.
Yeah, Pat, I think you should. Again, just talking about like that DC's type vibes. It's a really cool kind of concept of what Damian has to do, and again, he's fighting all these like other their characters. A majority have been around. There are some new characters they've introduced, like this character Flatline, who's on the front cover there. But other than that, like you get a lot of like villains who are like sons or daughters of villains that we know from DC.
Right.
So
okay.
Right. Yeah. They're all, it's like in the family type stuff. So it's interesting that, and it makes sense. It's like, it's Batman's son now dealing with the kids of, some of these other.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, and it's, they're not necessarily villains. They're all here. I mean, they're here for different reasons. And the goal is whoever wins is supposed to get immortality essentially. And so that's what the champion gets. Yeah, and they literally have to fight to the death. And the cool thing about this island, they're on the island of Lazarus, so you don't die. You can die, but you come back. So you essentially you at least get I think you get like 3 lives altogether or something like that. So when you have your second death, you're out of the tournament. And then obviously if you somehow die the third time, like you're gone. So right now Damian has died I think once at least, but he's still going through the tournament. So anyways, that's kind of the concept. It's really interesting stuff, and really enjoying it. I see. Let's see. Mercy here said, if I order number 8 Robin, I'll probably get it in time for Christmas. Yeah. Sweden he's been way behind because living out in Sweden, I guess a lot of their stuff's like just more delayed than what at least what I know we're used to here in the States. So he was just telling me earlier today he just got his books from November 2nd and 3rd from that release date.
Just wish that the shipping costs to overseas wasn't so expensive.
I know.
If it was cheaper, it'd be great, because a lot of guys from overseas, that know people here would love to, do them a favor, pick up some books and ship it to them,
Totally.
so they get the books a whole lot quicker than the regular way. But
yep. Yeah, man. Well, Mercy, I hope you get your books on time, man. Try to, do what you can do. All you can do is all you can do, right? So, but good stuff there. And then I saw Jason too. He said, I got to catch up digitally on a lot of DC. Yeah, come on, Jason, man, get with it, man. Pull it together, bro.
If there was a tournament for, all you can eat buffet, I'm in there.
I was waiting for a one-liner there.
Get off that spirit, man.
Yep. Man, like that stuff we had in Baltimore, man. If there was a line for that stuff, that's that seafood stuff, man. That was some fantastic food down there. All right, so we're getting down to number one, and before I drop that, a couple things here. First, want to thank everybody, of course, for hanging out. Again, this is a little different, me being live instead of my regularly premiered video that I do every Thursday. But appreciate everybody as always hanging out. Leave a comment if you haven't already. If you're rewatching this later on the replay, thanks for taking that time as well. And I also want to thank Patrick, bro, for hanging out with me here as we're winding down this list. I hope I could introduce you some stuff.
Coming down, yeah. Again, I don't have time to hit the LCSs sometimes, and with so many books, I'm only there like to grab mine or quick look. There's tons of stuff.
No, I get it, man. I totally get it. But yeah, I'm glad that we were able to hang out here, and obviously it won't be the last time. I got to get you on the Origins show here soon. I'll throw you some dates, and we'll pick something out on the calendar.
Sounds good.
But and again, if you guys aren't following BLC here, let me I'll drop actually what I'll do here, since I have the link here, I'm going to drop the stream that you have set up for later today.
Yeah, later on today. Yep.
So you guys can mark that as a reminder, and make sure you sub up Patrick here, BLC Big Lion Cat.
I'm also on IG BLC 646.
There you go. And what was it? Oh, and I see TM says I ordered my comics as well. I am a month behind. Yeah, hashtag backlog bros. Yeah, I think we're all like a month behind somewhere.
I know that.
Yeah, exactly. He said, yeah, that's crazy. Thanks a lot, guys. Hashtag no spoilers. Yeah, no spoilers. All right. So let's see. One other thing too, before I get into my number one pick, I want to shout out John from John's Comics with Kids. He and I do a show every Tuesday, Omni X-men, that we kick off. We skipped this week this Tuesday that just passed because I was out in Chicago, but I will, we'll be back at our normal. Yeah, I had a random 1-day trip out to Chicago, literally there and back. It was kind of wild. But so I'm back now. We'll have the show back. It's going to be on my channel, 9:00 Eastern. So Omni X-men, we just finished the Phoenix Saga. As you can see, this is kind of like the end wrap up. Some people include this in the saga. I mean, it really is still part of it, but kind of the aftermath of all that. So this is issue 138, and I like this issue a lot just because it breaks down some things that we if you're a new reader to X-Men, you can learn a little bit about what the X-Men have gone through before Claremont, before that era. So it's a cool kind of recap issue. But anyways, that's going to be on my channel, 9:00 Eastern this Tuesday coming up. So hopefully we see all you mutant heads there. And I put John's information in the description below, even though it's going to be on my channel. He and I go back and forth, so it's always going to be subbed up to him as well. All right, let's see. So last book here, and then we'll kind of wrap this up here. My number one pick's got to go to Moths, and I've been excited to put this up as my number one pick. This book right here, and Pat, I'm gonna sell you on this book right here. Okay, this is why this series I think is worth checking out for anybody. And I'm talking from a trade. You could wait for the trade at this point if you haven't read this yet. Michael Straczynski's doing the writing here. Mike Choi doing the artwork, which has really been unique and different, and overall something I've really enjoyed. Moths is about it takes place in the world of the Resistance, which is a series that's out right now by AWA. It's a tie-in series, but technically you don't need to read any of that. You could just jump into Moths like myself, and read right into this. But basically the idea of this is there are certain individuals in the world that have superpowers that they don't know what they are yet, but they know that they were born with them. And here's the catch. So you as you grow older, you can use your superpowers if you want, But you basically have to, there's a phrase they use, but basically you're turning it on for yourself. And the catch is you can turn your superpowers on if you decide to use them. But if you do, once you do that, you only have 6 months to live. So the big question would be, Pat, if you knew that in you had some sort of special superpower that you weren't even sure what it was yet. It could be anything from shooting laser beams out of your eyes to flying to having super fast agility and speed, all these different abilities that a bunch of people have been born with. And you could activate them. The only thing is the minute you activate it, you literally only have 6 months and then you die.
Okay.
So the idea of this and what I love about it is it's like the big question of like, what would you do in this situation? Because if you did turn on your powers, and here's the thing, I should say it takes place in a world that's dealing with a pandemic. So very, very much similar to ours. Millions of people have died in the world. And this main character here, she wants to use her powers for good. And she wants to try to save the world, or save as many people as she can. And one of the big things that was brought up in issue 1 was a nurse that was checking on her before she decided to turn on her powers. The nurse said, are you sure that by doing this that it's actually going to be more beneficial to the world, or do you think you could actually be more effective to the world by staying alive your whole life and not using your powers? And so that was another kind of thing to think about, because obviously we have heroes in our own world that do things everyday life that are saving lives and saving, saving the world in a sense, that do not have literal superpowers. So it's just something to kind of think about. So I love this concept here. And again, this is just something I've been excited for. And the reason I have it as number 1, especially, is the fact that it's the closeout issue. So it's wrapping up this series. So what are your thoughts on that, Pat, just based on kind of what I described to you?
Well, let's say, it was me, like I said, if I had powers, this, that, I know the situation and everything. I would, right off the bat, live my life as long as I could. Not activated, like you said, this pandemic going on, that's just life.
Right.
You could deal with that. But if it gets to a point where I can turn it on and save the planet, like save like 1 million people, especially my family or whatever in the case of me, then I would say, yeah, it's worth it, because, I can at least stop it for the next 6 months. For other people to have a chance to live, to stop something big that happened, something like that. But I would still live a normal life, deal with, life as it is, and if it came down to that point, if I had to save my family, from destruction, or save, even bigger, like something big that might actually take the whole world out or something like that, then yeah, activate it. Then from there on, I know I got 6 months. Still within that 6 months, use that power to save everybody else, live their life a little longer, and then enjoy life as much as I can to the limit.
Dude, I love that strategy, man. I love that strategy. And that's definitely something that is talked a little bit about in terms of, why not wait? Like, why not wait till you're older and just, live out, your life and enjoy it. And the interesting thing too in this series is you'll see there are some who use it for like fame, or they use it for like, I mean, one of the things that the writer had mentioned in the back is like, would you use it for like money, or, to somehow make money? And obviously the catch is, how good is that going to do you? Cause you're not going to be, around long enough to really use that money yourself. Obviously if you want to pass it to someone else.
There's a benefit for that, because as being, at that point, a superhero, as you can say, be in the limelight that I save the planet, of course. If you're married, my wife, when I think, well, she'll probably get the interviews of all the news channels or make a movie of me, and she'll make money off of that. So she'll be, well, I won't be here after the 6 months. So
right. No, it's great. That's why I love talking about this, because there's so many different angles at it. And one other thing I should note too, that is kind of a catch with this, is the government in this book. If they find out that you are one of these moths who have powers of some sort, they are actually secretly trying to run experiments on you. So they have actually tried to capture some of them. So one of the strategies that some of these moths have used is they say you purposely want to kind of be a celebrity, like not for the fame per se, but you want it so that people know you so the government won't touch you. So there was one guy in the first issue who, he literally has a fan base. Like they show him, he created like a Twitter account and all this stuff, and he turns his powers on, and he literally did that so that he didn't get, grabbed up by the government, basically. Right. So that's another kind of corrupt thing to kind of think about within this world that you wouldn't think about.
Like that almost every book. They did it to the mutants, they try to
grab them. Right.
Like enough is enough.
Their hands got to be dipped in it somehow. So
exactly.
Yeah, so it's interesting, and of course there's some that are using it for wrong, some of the moths, some of the people with powers. So it's just an interesting thing to kind of think about.
How do you know that some of the people in the government are hiding that secret, and they might be, superpowers? They don't want to let nobody know because they'll be taken up. So
sure. Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. Albert here says, I'm sold. When the trade comes out, I'm definitely picking it up. See, this is what I love right here, man. When I can sell somebody on a book and they're like, yep, sign me up, I'm down. Because, and look, I don't see anything from this, and I don't get anything I'm just genuinely in love with this book, and I just want to talk to as many people as I can about this book. So Patrick, I hope I've opened your eyes a little bit to this particular series, and maybe you'll dabble in it at some point. And if you do, you got to let me know, because then I'll have you back on and we'll talk about it here live on the chat here on YouTube. J Rails also says AWA has a lot of good titles. Not all robots is 100% too. Yeah, 100% agree with you there, J Rails. I just read Not All Robots this morning, the new issue number 4. Fantastic read, and we still get another issue, so I'm really pumped about that too. So couldn't agree more. And I saw Brother Joe earlier, so Station Brother Joe, thanks for stopping in as well. All right, guys. That is gonna do it. I kept it at about an hour, which is about where I wanted to kind of keep this stream. And again, Patrick, dude, BLC, man, thank you so much for joining me here, hanging out for a bit, talking some comics, which that's all I love to do. So hopefully we can dabble and do some of this again sometime. And you let me know if you pick any of these series up, because I'd love to know.
Yeah, I'd like to check some of these out. Very interesting. You don't want to pass up something. The opportunity when you have it, because I always kick myself in the butt, it says, I should have, but I didn't, and then you want to, you can't either get it or expensive, you're like, sometimes the opportunity is right there. Sometimes you gotta pull that trigger, man. You gotta go for it,
100%.
But also, like you were saying about Zap Comics, guys, that sale's coming up. Was it Saturday?
Yep, Saturday and Sunday. Yeah,
all right, Saturday and Sunday. But there's also something going on at the Rockaway Mall. Got a comic thing going on there. I think I gave you the dates, the 3-day weekend thing. I'm going one day. I don't know which one. Probably a Saturday, maybe.
Okay.
Check that out, man. Rockaway Mall, right off Interstate 80 in Jersey.
Yeah, that's not too far from me.
Yeah.
Good to know. Good to know. What's that? Yeah. I'll have to look into it. I had no idea. I didn't realize that. But depending on how my Sunday goes, we'll see. Maybe I could swing by early. I see Albert said, Justin, how are your eyes? I saw on Instagram that you had some work done. Yeah, no, it was just a checkup, but they had to dilate my pupils. So I don't know if you've ever had your eyes dilated before, but the everything is a blur. You literally can't read anything for usually for like 4 hours, and I just got this like 2.5 hours ago. So my eyes are still a little fuzzy, but otherwise I'm fine. It was just a checkup.
I just started wearing these 3 years ago.
Oh, did you? Yeah.
I had 20/20 vision. All of a sudden, when you get old,
I've had to wear glasses since I was in like 8th grade, but I switched over, been wearing contacts ever since, and it's kind of been game changer. But Albert, thanks for checking in, man. Appreciate that. He says another great episode. Appreciate you, man. And same with Brother Joe.
In Chicago. Have you ever been to Chicago?
So I went. I went. I only went for the day. I had to go there for work. And then I didn't even get to look at any shops or anything, but I do want to go back, because I know C2E2 is coming up right around the corner. So are you going to that? Is that something that you're?
I want to go to C2, but I'm not gonna go in December. Okay. I believe I'm working. So again, I try to hit cons where I'm off. And I heard that East Coast Comic Con, they canceled that. That's never gonna be no more. That's history.
What? Done?
Yeah, they're not doing it no more, from what I heard.
No, I love that.
I know. I loved it too. they're not doing that no more, from what I heard.
Damn.
I don't know how true that is, but that's what I heard. So again, I'm trying to hit different cons. Like I said, I did MegaCon first time this year. I would like to do Terrificon, but Terrificon was around MegaCon, but I was all for that. Heroes Con's another one in North Carolina. Of course, I went to Baltimore for the second time. I would love, so if it's ever possible, do that San Diego at least once.
Same.
I mean, I hear a lot of great things. You watch the videos, you watch the shows. I mean, that's like Super Bowl type con that you just got to do once, and totally one day. But guys in the community, we lost 2 people in the community recently. I just want to say Sam Tangleweb, great guy, never got a chance to meet him, and HGM Law. He was just at my auction, the last auction I had. He actually won some slabs from me.
Damn.
And that was the last time communicated with him. So we just lost 2 people. Again, life is so short, and this is one of the reasons why also I'm been going to all these different cons, to meet people. It's about the books, but it's about hanging out, meeting, and getting to know people. And it's just been a blast. And we years ago, back then, we lost Comic Jabroni. I actually talked to him on the phone, had his phone number and everything. And we talked, and it was supposed to be one day we're supposed to, get together, this, that, and that never happened. So guys, if you get a chance just to meet people, if you see somebody in a con or whatever, and just say hello and just say, hey, how you doing, this, that, everything, it means a lot. The community is just, again, we're all family, we're all people. And we go through a lot of things, and and one of the things that bring us together is comics and movies and action figures or whatever the case may be, and it's just life. So shout out to Sam Tangleweb. Never got an opportunity to meet him, talk to him in chats plenty of times. Sweet guy. See him on Comics Bueller's channel. Great team, and with Big Herm and everything. And HGM Law, man. Again, everything happens so quick with these guys, and truly going to be missed. So just wanted to say that. No,
well said, Patrick. And I didn't know what was the other name? HGM Law.
HGM Law.
Yeah, so I'm not familiar with. I wasn't familiar with him, but that is
he was
really sad to hear about.
Comics auctions a lot.
Okay.
He's been on my chat again. You see people's name popping up left and right.
Sure.
Saying hello and everything. And like I said, he just won some slabs from me a couple of weeks ago. I mean, the ironic was that, and I know some people were saying they were just talking to Sam like the day before. I mean, just suddenly, everything you just never know, guys. Like I said, you get the opportunity to meet somebody or hang out with somebody, or say hello and just talk comics or whatever the case may be, just
totally. Well said, man. I saw that Herminio, he's hanging here. I saw that he just had a live stream for Sam, and I thought that was same. Really powerful stuff, and people sharing their stories. It's a great way to kind of pay legacy to and keep in mind and remember those. So if you have stories, keep talking about them, keep sharing them, and because those people brought joy to a lot of people. And Sam was a great guy in this community, someone who I did talk to here and there, and like you said, man, it's like I'm trying to you want to try to take advantage of like any opportunity you can when it comes to being with people, hanging out with people. I mean, even just the idea of the streams and creating memories such as this right now, like you and I are doing, Pat. It's take them anytime they come. Life is certainly short, and I know that this community has just been such a strong community, especially when things like this happen. So I know that we all have each other's back. And the support is always there for one another, which I just always love and appreciate. So, I mean, just love each other, appreciate each other, and don't take life for granted, man. It's it can be short. So, with that being said, Spidey's still here. He says He's putting a dice with no good. Yeah, roll some dice with no good. Yeah, Jose, he knows the deal. Playing some craps, man. So yeah, man. Well said. And again, everybody who's been hanging, thanks so much for catching this live edition of the top 10. My top 10 picks for New Comic Book Day coming out November 24th. I can't believe it, man. We're already coming up on Thanksgiving here, dude. Insane. But yeah, and if you're not following Pat, I put his information. I'm going to drop this link one more time in case anybody in the chat didn't, and I'll make sure to add it to the description later for anyone watching the replay. But thanks again for everybody watching the replay too. Smash that like button on the way out. Patrick, again, can't thank you enough, man. We'll have to hang out again real soon. And you let me know when you pick up Moths, and we'll talk about it.
Yeah. All righty. I'll put it on the list.
There you go. All right, guys. Everybody have a great day. Enjoy the weekend, and we'll talk to you later.